Live with Love. Usually I'm at 11:11 Mountain Standard Time, but I had to make some adjustments today and I still wanted to show up for you guys. So here I am, and here you are. I am here today kind of asking what the energies that are coming in are. And what we do on this channel is we meet up together and we kind of feel into our clair senses. We feel into our bodies, we come back into our bodies more, we connect with the earth, and we just get a different sense of our senses, like a way to tune in, tune up, and just get back to here. Again, I am Love. It's a pleasure to meet you. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pick some cards to kind of start off today, a little different. Some of what has been coming in energetically for me has been this idea of remembering who you are. Why? Because everything I bring to you is also kind of occurring with me. Like, remember who you are keeps popping up. Like, anytime there's any self-doubt, not sure which direction to go, that whole thing of like, what am I doing? Which is a lot of what happens when you're changing stuff in your life and you're coming into a new you, like a new life. And one thing that I can kind of attest to, that I've been noticing just even in my own life, anytime I try and contact the old way of living, the old way of me, who I was, or things that I try and do in a similar way, it's just so different. It's just not quite working to do that. And I should have totally let out my little dog before I got on live. Give me a minute, please. Hold on just a minute. Sorry if you're looking at my nose. I'm just gonna leave this door open and see if my dog wants to go out there. Anyway, I might have to leave you for a moment too to open up a gate. So, leaving old ways behind, that idea of clinging to old ways because they're familiar has been coming up. That's been happening a little bit in my life. I don't know if it's a clinging, but it's like, okay, this is what is happening right now, and can I just be good with what is currently, and then kind of move on from there, basically. So that's kind of what's coming up a little bit. Another thing that's coming up is like more of that energy of like, come on, get with it. Like, you're a warrior. It's time to go beyond where you've been. It's time to go beyond that frame. And that's the other thing that's coming in. There's a previous live I did, and I think part of the title was expanding the frame, if you want to look back. But there was a process I took you guys through that I had gone through in a different meditation, and then I noticed as I was personally going through it, I was adding different things, but it had to do with expanding the frame of your perspective. That we all know what a frame is, right? We all know, like, with our phones, how we can go in there and just like, we can pinch it to make it smaller, or we can expand it, right? And the whole point is to go beyond. It's to take that perspective and give us new eyes, a new way of looking at things, not only physically, but connecting like the third eye and these two eyes in a different way, and use a different type of sensing for what is, we get a sense of what is coming forward for us. We do get a sense of it. We have this intuition, and oftentimes we put it aside and we don't think it's a real sense. Like, it's, oh yeah, but this and this hasn't happened, and we'll kind of make excuses for why we're not moving forward with something, or why something won't work. Like, we won't even allow sometimes the opening for this to be like, this could totally work when it pops up into our awareness. And that is coming from our inner being self, that people call the highest aspect, the super subconscious. There's like this, there are selves, there are different parts of selves of us that are here to assist us. And some of that is like our I am presence coming in, some of that are guides coming in and just giving us a little hint as to where we could possibly pay attention to a certain direction or an opportunity. Opportunities have been coming up. The idea of basically staying more open to what is being given, because there are different opportunities being given. And if there aren't opportunities being given, it's time for kind of an energy switch up, a change in how possibly you've been doing things. It's a time for like to reevaluate, where is your energy going? Where do you want it to go? Are you setting up the places in your life that, in telling the universe basically by creating this space in your life, that this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go? This has been coming up for me as well. So that's some of what's coming in. One of the cards that first came in when I first came on here was the records. And Avalon has been coming in. The waters, the sacred waters of that area, sacred waters in general. That was coming in this morning, a meditation I did, and I was like working with where like the waters of like the eyes, because if you don't realize this, we don't think about this, but we're always looking at the world through water. Our eyes, the lenses of our eyes, are made up of water. So sacred waters have been coming in. Oh, hello, Andy. How you doing? Just checking out the chat here. Yes, you caught up to me. I'm an hour earlier. I feel like I'm on Pacific time today, but it was necessary to come on earlier than later today. So some of the cards. Remember why you came. Be bold. And legacy is coming up. So feel into that card for a moment. Take a deep breath and release. Interesting enough, the dandelions that are down here this morning, when I went to go let out a dog I'm taking care of, there were all these dandelion fluffy things, and I thought about how I loved those as a kid. So I went through and I scooped up every single one that I could find, and I was just watching them all fly about in the sunshine. And it was so fun. And that makes sense, because some of what's been coming in is be silly, play around. My last live, I introduced you to someone named Joanne Carey and had her playing something that in the background that said, you know, life doesn't have to be so hard, something like that. It doesn't have to be so hard. And it was a transmission. I'm not sure from which beings that she channels, but they sounded very playful. It reminded me of a Pleiadian transmission I had heard once before about not being so serious, about finding play, finding joy. And so that was me finding these dandelions and playing with the air, the element of air. How can you connect to the elements? What is your way to connect to the elements? A lot of the time people are like, all right, I got to get very serious. I got to get into meditation. I got to have like specific music on. And we do have a frequency on today. It is Mother Earth's love frequency of 432 hertz. So I'm bringing that to you guys as well. But we also have this is an ancient stone deck, and that's what's coming in right now. Remember why you came. Remember who you are. Bashar, who is channeled by Daryl Anka, often talks about follow. I don't know if he says follow the code. I'm thinking, Captain Jack Sparrow. Stick to the code. That's what we're kind of meant to do. And whether he says it's like a code or a way or a pattern, whatever that wording is that channel message comes through, stick to the code. And it's basically joy. It's finding out what your joy is, what you want to follow. What do you care about? What lights your fire? That's what's coming in. And being open and not making your own restrictions, your own limitations. There are enough limitations. That's something that came in this morning. There are enough limitations in this world that we have put upon us by many different systems without we ourselves making our own for us. So how do you keep yourself open? See the arms open, the light coming through, the light connected to the center. This also reminds me of the fairy realm. The fairies have been coming in. Maybe that's significant for you to look up some fairy transmissions. It's good to see you too, Andy. I won't have a lot of people here because not a lot of people here know that I'm up here right now unless they have their notifications on. So that's a card that's coming through. I have this other deck here. It's a galactic deck. Very beautiful, actually. Gives me lots of ideas for the type of deck that I want to create. Let's see, is there a message that can come through with the remembrance of who we are? Something that would be helpful for us to remember who we are and the direction that we're going. Boundaries. Empathic healing shield. Okay, so these are light codes, as we were talking about sticking to the code. And some of this has to do with boundaries. So take a moment. I'm just going to put it up close and just take it in. I know that it is backwards. Know that you are always receiving exactly what you are to receive at this time. And just look into the light language that is occurring. Take a deep breath and release. So the topic of where your energy is flowing, and at what point do we allow our energy to flow in places that they don't need to flow to? If there are times that you have experiences and you feel like you have no energy after those experiences, it's a indication as to how much energy you're putting into a certain area. Are there other areas that require more energy? Do they have to do with joy? Is there a book you're wanting to write? Is there something you want to create? Is there a community you want to bring together? These are areas that energy can flow to and bring energy from other places where you feel that it's just not serving you, basically. So where are your boundaries? This is a card of boundaries. These boundaries are boundaries you set for yourself. We set healthy boundaries, and we set boundaries that are not so healthy sometimes. Sometimes it's out of protection. Sometimes we've been hurt in a certain way, and we create like a shield around our heart. And we're being asked at this time to break open that armor, to allow that heart to shine, to allow your heart to shine, and to be present for yourself. And as you're present for you in your every now moment, you're present for others as well. And you're able to stay in balance in many different aspects of your life. in the boundaries you set at work, in the boundaries you set with friends and family. Some of these people, we all have friends that we don't see for a while, and we see them that one time, and that's all that's needed, and it's great. And then we have friends that are with us like on a regular basis, messaging us and adding to our lives, and we add to their lives, and it's very reciprocal. It's not like codependent relationships. It's very reciprocal, synergistic relationships, right? Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm just going to take a quick look in the chat. Great to have you here. So, yeah, someone said something about being in the family. I would like to create a family. I'm creating a family here on YouTube, and there will be different ways for the family to get together when I have my website all put together. So, yeah, come be a part of the family. I will keep you guys updated on all of that. So, boundaries. We've got remember who you are, and then we've got boundaries coming in. And then there's this tiny little deck that I want to play with that I haven't played with for a while. And here's the back of it. The way I like to think about this deck is the feminine and the masculine. And the feminine and the masculine are one and balanced in each one of us, no matter the gender. So, a card to go along with remembering who you are and taking a look at the boundaries you have in life. Do you have healthy boundaries? Where is your energy going? A card to go along with that message that could help the collective at this time. Ooh, wow. We had two cards actually that popped up. I surrender all my negative beliefs that no longer serve me and replace them with loving thoughts, intentions, and from this moment, I will listen only to the voice of love. The voice of love. I am love. Pleased to meet you. Your love is an endless source of inspiration. Your love is an endless source of inspiration. From this moment, I will only listen to the voice of love. So, how are you speaking to yourself? What are you saying to yourself? Is it positivity? Is it negativity? Are you putting yourself down or are you lifting yourself up? As I spoke before, there's a lot of external type. Hold on, I'm going to pause for a moment because I feel a ringing. When you feel a ringing in your ear, it's a connection that's happening with the guidance that comes in. Just so you know, FYI, you can take a moment and be like, oh, I hear you. The guidance that wants to come in. So surrender all your negative beliefs. Surrender. How often do we surrender into something? How often do we want to control situations? Where can you bring softness? That seems to be what's coming up right now. Softness into your life. For all the harshness that is out there, for all the craziness that we experience in the news and otherwise, how do we bring softness back in? This is for guys too. We have guys out there that are like really macho and manly, and that's great too. Do you have a softness? Do you have the ability to not just be in fixing mode, but also to be that softness of, hey, I'm there for you. I'm just here for you. I don't have to fix anything necessarily. I just want to know that you're good and I got your back. Guys are always good at saying that, like, I got your back, right? And for women, like, where is your softer side? There's a lot that women do in this day and age and bring forth businesses and schedules and, the female revolution somehow turned into I have to become a man in order to have the rights of men, right? And now that we have those similar rights, that equality, now it's time for us to come into the softer side of us and be like, all right, how do we do all these different things that we want to accomplish, but not be in control, organized, but not necessarily be controlling, which is very helpful, right? This can be for men or women, but I'm just kind of, men here, women here. It's about the softer side of you. That's what's coming up, is the softer side of us. How do we tap into the softer side? How do we get to that place to know and to trust and know that we are safe? You are safe. You are safe to trust. Is there discernment? Always. But there is, let me feel into what's coming in. Take a deep breath with me, if you will. Breathe in, hold, and then release the breath. And just feel into the body. Yes, we're being asked, which is not an easy task. We're being asked not to put so much energy. The cards that came up, the boundaries, to put up those boundaries as to not be so involved as to what is happening out there. We're being asked to come into the softer side of us, to tap into more of the feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, and be more in tune here. Love. Love is beyond words. Tuning into the love of who you are. Tuning into the softer side. Listening to the voice of love. Listening to the voice of the heart. In your different experiences, how can you listen to the voice of the heart? The mind will pop in right away. That is its protective job, to kind of work with the egoic self. But the heart will pause. The heart will give you time for that softer side and not that hard edge aggressive side. We are being asked, many of us leading edge light workers are being asked to be on that boundary, to be on that edge, kind of like looking over that higher perspective. And what is it that is important now for each of us to ask oneself? What is needed right now? When things become overwhelming, anxiety, frustrations, anger, what is needed right now? That could be a very simple solution, to just give that an answer. And why this helps? This helps because of the nervous system. The nervous system wants to rattle away. The moment that we step into our softer side, that we let the divine feminine work through us, to have a voice through us, that is when the nervous system starts to calm down. That is where safety in the body comes into play. We feel safe. We trust. The moment we can ask ourselves, am I safe right now? Even though there's uncertainty that may be out there, questions, wanting solutions. The moment we pause and come in here, into this space of the heart, this is where all the answers lie. Always right here. When overwhelm comes in, breath allows that overwhelm to be acknowledged and then released. Out it goes. Okay. So one of the things I talked about earlier in another live, there are many different techniques of breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in those heavier density type emotions will acknowledge them, and then breathing out releases them out of the body, which calms the cells, calms the nervous system, and allows you to be more functional and be that observer and see those higher aspects that are available, those higher options, if you will. Hold on just a minute. I'm just feeling. So many different options available to us. So much help available to us. Here with us now. Your guides are always working with you. There is an asking, a getting quiet within the heart, and an asking not of please save me, but an asking of this is what I'm feeling now, this is what is occurring. Please bring me clarity. Please bring me forward motion. Please allow me to see the signs in my day, the synchronicities, the opportunities. Allow my heart to be open to these opportunities. You can think of it as a prayer. You can think of it as a mantra, an affirmation. There are many words for this. Being open to your softer side allows the communication of your other senses to come online, to reawaken within you. Reawaken because you have always, always had these codes within you. These codes are awakening. The more with intention that you decide to bring forth and practice with these different codes, the more you are able to awaken within you, remember who you are. The previous card that was picked was remembering what you came here for. Remember what you came here for. The word is badass. Badass. It's not a word that I use very often, so yes, so that's like, it's one of my key ways of knowing like what's coming in. Am I stepping aside fully for the information to come in? And badass is the word. So you're a badass. You are here for this experience. You are a warrior of light. And it is time to pull up those pants and to get a move on. And what is that for you? And how do you get yourself inspired? Inspiration. Go towards those things that inspire you and light you up. Take a deep breath in and release. Feel the inspiration. Feel the badassness that you are a container for. Walk out there today with that strut in your step of being a badass. Smile. Smile at people. Have them wonder, what's up with them? They seem like they're in a good mood. And as you past each person, see the soul within them, smile, and be like, I know there's a badass in you. I have no idea who you are, but there's a badass in you. A song comes into play, shaking that ass. I see you there shaking that ass. I see you there shaking that ass. I don't know who the song's by, but that's the song that's coming up. So go out there, shake your ass, be the badass, hold your boundaries, remember what you are here to bring forth. Amazing. Surrender the negative beliefs. Listen to the voice of love. Here it is again. Your love is the source of your inspiration. So when that message came through about what inspires you, what lights up your fire, you're the source of that. Nobody else outside of you is going to bring that to you. Although we feel inspiration from others, what inspires you? What wants to just escape out of you? What's your inspiration? Where's your fun? And if you're not having fun, start having some fun every single day. What am I doing today for fun? Not am I going grocery shopping, or I got to pick up the kids, or I've got schoolwork to do, or this work thing is happening. Where's your fun? On a daily basis, what is that for you? And change it up. Don't keep it the same unless it's really lighting you up. You know, we can get into those ruts sometimes. So, like, pull yourself out of the rut and find that inspiration. Okay, here's the other message that came in with this card. If you've lost sight of what is really important, remember a time when your life was simpler and the world seemed like a giant playground just waiting to be explored. Perhaps it is time to rediscover the world together. That's what we do on this channel. I show up, you show up, and we explore the world in a whole different way than what we would normally, what we were told the world had to offer us. It is limitless. Everything that we have is limitless. If we can remember this, that even when we see limits, look at that and be like, yep, but I'm limitless. I have plenty. I am limitless. I have inspiration. I have growth. I have love. Where do I have love? It's not outside of you. You have me showing up here with you. And I love you. I say this because it feels so good to say, but also for others to receive. I genuinely send so much love to this YouTube community. So much love. And I'm just not here being that container for you. You also are the container for the work that wants to come through me, the inspiration, the messages that are coming through to me. It is here that most of these messages, when I show up live, they just come forth. So thank you for showing up here. Also, thank yourself. Thank me. I thank you. Thank you for being here with me today. And just take a look right here at the comments real quick, see if anyone has any questions. Okay. I don't see any questions having to do with what we're talking about, so awesome. Enjoy the day today. Think of how you can restructure your world anew. If something feels stuck or it's not flowing, how can you restructure anew? You are new, but there are echoes of the old that we oftentimes entertain. So if you feel like you want to move in a totally new direction, think about a simpler time. Think about a time when you didn't have to have all these ducks in a row in order to decide to go do something. I'm thinking like the age around between high school and college. Think about those times. If you haven't kept that childhood essence within you, think back to those times. And you could think back and be like, I was so crazy and I can't believe I did that. But there's a lot of value in some of the craziness that occurred. Were you perfectly fine? Did everything turn out well? Was it a little like, I can't believe I did that in that order and it all worked out? You can still apply it today. Remember. Remember the simplicity of life. Remember the easy breezy way that is us alone that create that easy breezy way. I'm helping a friend with her trailer, and she's like, wouldn't it be great if it were just so easy we could finish it in 2 days? And I laughed, and she's like, don't laugh at me. And I was like, no, it's not that. I have a lot of experience with a traveling studio that I've had for a couple of years, offering conscious cuts and waxing, silent haircuts. And I've had to upkeep this wagon of mine, is how I like to call it, my gypsy wagon. And oftentimes when you're working on physical objects, things take longer than you think. And I said, no. I was like, there's the physical fact of how the general workings of construction and squaring things off and buying materials. And I said, everything will work out great as long as you and I collaborate and we take each moment as its own moment and be like, oh, okay, that happened. Oh, okay. Now it looks like we should do this. Or, ooh, could have maybe done that first. Let's think about the order we want to do things in, and do we need more supplies? So this is like creating our own easy breezy way. I say this because it's a card that came up recently, but our own simplistic way of life. Can we laugh at ourselves? Can we laugh at others? Can we not take things so seriously as we go about the doing that we go out there, which is part of the masculine side, the doing? And can we maintain that softer side of, you know what, before we move forward, let me ask my heart what feels like the right direction to go or the right step to move forward with this particular thing. We're used to using the mind quite often, which is kind of the masculine in its can be unbalanced. So what we look for is the heart-mind coherence. All right? Awesome. I'm going to look at the comments here. Second time in 3 months that you've hit exact thought events. I'm not sure what that means, but second time in 3 months. Could be me repeating something, and it could be just a synchronicity of me and some other energy that's come in. So either way, great. That is what has come in today. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Join me at, I'm currently live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11:11 Mountain Standard Time. Today I veered off, so put on those notifications, give the thumbs up, share this video, like this video. I appreciate it. It's a great way to support me. Get this information out to you guys, and to be able to move forward with other grander aspects of having this community come together in a different way and offering different things. It's pretty odd, some of the things I feel I'll be offering, but that's what's coming up. I'll be offering them just the same, and it will be very exciting to have all of you there. There will be different tiers of memberships. I think $33 for a monthly, $55, and then $111. $111 has to do with you guys actually meeting up with me and then receiving all the other ones at the tiers. $33 is us meeting up together live once a week. And the one that's the membership at $55 that will be available on my website is actually a story time. There's a story time. What did I call it? Chronicles in Wonderland. There are certain books out there, guys, that have codes within them. Some of them are children's books. Some of them are channeled books. Some of them seem like they're fiction, but there's actual energetic codes and truth within them. I'm going to bring those books to you. I'm still not sure if they're going to be me live or you can tune into, but that's going to be the second tier. So I'm really excited. I'm coming up with all these different things, and I feel like it's just going to keep growing. Let's see. Andy Knapp here says you're like a psychic or something. We're all psychic, guys. All of us. There are messages that will come through. Sometimes you talks about like your what a Jiminy Cricket Disney. Your conscious, like your conscious self. I'm trying to remember now. It's been a while. Disney. Talking to you. It's like your Jiminy Cricket talking to you. When you stay open, when you allow these words to come in and not really question, as long as they're words of kindness and love, you're on the right track and you're tapping into that clear sense. For me, it's like a knowing that comes in, and I've had it for quite some time. It's just, it was so much a part of me. I didn't actually know that I was doing anything, I don't want to say special. It's not really special. We all have these abilities. So that's why I show up here so you guys know you have this same ability. And the more we hang out together, the more we bring up these different subjects about different things, the more your own clear senses come online. And when one comes online, where it's like, sometimes it happens where it's like, boom, like all of a sudden, and like the whole world changes, at least you know that you're not nuts. I've had a lot of people that have had private sessions with me that really just wanted to talk to me about all the weird things that have been happening to them. You know, some of them was like this guy that could feel energy from actual mechanical machines. Sometimes it was very hurt, like he could feel it in his body and it'd be a surge and it would feel hurtful. And so we worked a little bit together shortly about how to accept that energy so that it wouldn't hurt. Because the body, when something is unfamiliar, is there's like a pushing off, like, no, I don't want that, no. And there might be an uncomfortability initially that happens with senses that come online. I haven't had that occur with me personally, but other people have. So that's why I'm just putting it out there for you guys. All right, guys, it is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for showing up, Andy Man, and everybody else. I know I'm at a different time. Becky Joe, hello. Great to have you here. And thank you. Thank you for all that you are and all that you do and supporting this channel. I really appreciate it so much. You guys are here for me as much as I am here for you. It's a remembrance for me every time I show up, and I don't really have a plan. I look up these cards and I ask what's coming in for the collective that are showing up here or on the replay. And then they're not just messages for you. I don't know if you realize that. They're messages for me as well. To be that leader, to step up, to move forward in different ways, and to continue following my joy as much as I say for you guys to follow your joy. So thanks, Becky Joe. It's a pleasure to have you here. So thank you, everyone. I'm like full of thanks today. I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The appreciation and the gratitude is just like to all you guys right now. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you again at 11:11 Mountain Standard Time. Do put on those notifications. If I have to be earlier, I am. If I have to be a little later, I will be. I always try and synchronistically work with the numbers of the clock. And yeah, we will meet up together, and you can always see these on the replay. They'll be usually available the following day. I love you as always. I am. We are one breath, one life, one heart, unity consciousness, all coming together in this brief moment for a little bit of breath and a little bit of heart and a little bit of insight. Have a great rest of the day. I love you.